Well, this thing gets a lot of looks, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's fast as hell, man. If I want to get to the classic car club, how do I get there?
A small road.
All right, thank you. Got some nice cars in there.
So the other day I was contacted by operatives working with a company from Sweden by the name of Kalk. They're a company who are currently building super light off-road oriented electric motorcycles who have not only recently begun their foray into street legal models, but were also gracious enough to bring them to the States for sale. So in order to demo the bike, I made my way to the super swanky classic car club on the west side of Manhattan, which had some super sick cars, might I say. Anyway, meet the KalkAnd. It's a fully street legal electric motorcycle that you can buy now because they've actually just now started their first limited production run. It's a no compromise machine, a super light e-motorcycle with performance oriented frames, suspension, drivetrains, and motors. Really, this thing just oozes a quality that I haven't seen from any other e-bike, which tend to be highly common where I'm from, because each part was carefully developed from scratch as a sort of middle ground between a mountain bike and a motorbike. The concept is definitely as cool as it sounds. So what you get with the KalkAnd is a 10 kilowatt motor that produces a ton of torque and acceleration when combined with that big stunt bike size 72 tooth rear sprocket. The featherlight weight rating of 150 pounds dry is achieved by using aluminum of different grades for the frame, the triple, the wheels, etc. And the bodywork is actually made of painted polycarbonate. You get specifically designed, fully adjustable Öhlins forks in the front with 204mm of travel, and you get an Öhlins TTX22 shock in the back with a specific spring for this lightweight setup. It's safe to say that this is a product of a wonderful Swedish connection. When it comes to the brakes, you get 4 pistons on a single disc up front and the same in the back, which is definitely more than enough for the weight of the bike. LED lights are standard all around, and you even get 3 different rider modes as well as 3 different engine braking modes. Now, I know you might be asking, why would you need anything except full power? But think about it. You choose a mode in accordance to how much range you might need for your trip. Explore mode, or level 1, gives you generally over 4 hours of range. Excite mode, or level 2, gives you about 2 hours. And Excel, which is the level 3 race mode, gives you full power but only at about an hour of range. The more interesting part though is the regenerative engine braking modes. So you get a freewheel mode, which basically acts like any non-fixie bicycle. You get a 2-stroke mode, which gives the sensation of, some kind of weak engine braking, and a 4-stroke mode for engine braking, which will not only be what most bikers are used to feeling, but it'll offer the most regenerative braking for the battery, which, only needs 2.5 hours to charge from fully dead to, 100%. Now, I've never ridden a dirt bike before. And this bike, it might be smaller than my FZ1 overall and lighter in every way, but holy crap is this thing way taller. I'm about 6'1" and I can flat foot this baby with both legs, but that's only really if my legs are pretty much fully extended. You truly get that dirt bike feel and suspension with this bike. But anyway, what you're gonna see now is a test ride that I took the KalkAnd on, and these are my first impressions.
Oh my god. The most apparent thing is just how light this thing is. It feels like a bicycle. The suspension is very, very plush, and it's just taller than any bike I've ever ridden or ever owned. There's actually a tactile, little vibration mechanism that goes off in here anytime you change the mode to anything. Oh man, I like the engine braking. I like it a lot. So he said that you have 3 different choices for engine braking. I'm looking for a clutch as I'm pulling to a stop. That's how hardwired it is for me. So right now I'm in power mode 2, and this is plenty of power. This feels like maybe like a 300. But there's a certain point where it kind of kicks in like the power mode, like you don't have that much left. Let's get off the highway. I'm looking for like the clutch and gears and stuff. This is freaky. They said to be responsible, so I'm gonna be responsible. I think the the freewheeling mode is probably kind of interesting too. Probably an interesting sensation. And since this is basically a dirt bike, it's soaking up all these bumps. I wonder if we got time to hit Times Square. Dude, I'm loving this suspension, man. This is cool, man. This thing is really cool. I like this a lot. Let's put it up to, I don't know, I'll have to blinker on the whole time. Okay, so we're on 3 now. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. This thing is properly fast. This thing is awesome. Yo, I want this thing right now. Alright, we gotta make it to Times Square. So like he said, this thing is 100% street legal. Like, you can buy this, register it, and it's all good. So it has all the bells and whistles of a street legal bike, but what you get is that immediate electric torque. This thing just rips as soon as you turn the throttle. And it's flickable too. Good brakes, very good brakes for the amount of weight that this thing has, which is basically none. 150 pounds. Look how it just cuts up Manhattan. Alright, let's try the different engine brake modes. At the next red light, because I don't want to stop right now. I'm loving this thing. Thank you, Mark. You just made my entire week. What's up? Okay, so now we gotta loop back. Dude, this thing is a blast. I just don't have words for how much fun I'm having. This is like, I need this thing, dude. I gotta sell my house. My parents will understand. We gotta get back to the classic car club. All right, so let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. All right, let's carve up 42nd. Come on. thing rips. Oh my god. Okay, power mode 3, braking mode 1. I think that's, yeah, that's freewheel. Yeah. Yeah, it's fast as hell, man. Oh yeah, freewheel. It's like a mountain bike. But it feels freaky. I like the engine braking. I like that a lot better. Alright, so at some point we gotta bust a U. Oh yes! Green light! Here we go! Race against the clock. I thought that was miles per hour. Right now it's saying I'm doing 70, but it's actually kmh. I'm like, I can't be that much of a hooligan. Dude, this thing is awesome. This thing is incredible. Dude, if you are one of those guys who rag on electric bikes and, you know, electric vehicles, you know, all together, then you gotta get your ass on one of these, man. This thing will change your mind real quick. Dude, Mark, I cannot thank you enough for giving me a chance to ride this thing. I am honored. This thing is incredible.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm stoked.
Dude, I went all the way to Times Square and I just had a blast.
Just like nimble, right?
Yeah, it's nimble. It carves up Manhattan like crazy.
Yeah. That's so cool. I'm glad you had a good time. I'm always worried when somebody pulls up on that because this is not obviously.
So thank you once again to Mark and the Cake team for even considering me to take out this truly awesome, unique bike. The bike may have been designed for carving up trails and MX tracks, but I can 100% guarantee you that this thing carves up the urban jungle just the same. I legitimately want this bike because it's practically the perfect commuter bike in New York City, and it allows you to experience the practicality of a bicycle, but with the fun of a motorcycle. Mark was presently surprised that after riding the beast that is the FZ1, that I was able to enjoy the KalkAnd so much. And I did. This is a different type of fun. You know, I'm telling you right now, if you have any sort of reservations for the existence of e-motorcycles, you just gotta ride one, man. Especially something like this, because this is unprecedented. I honestly can't wait to see what else Cake has planned, and I sincerely hope that they succeed. Thanks again for the opportunity, and thank you all for watching. Have a great week.